Hey guys, Lena here, and we are back in the kitchen for two delicious raw vegan dessert recipes. They are epic, they are delicious, they are healthy, they are sweet, just out of this world, let me tell you. The first one is a raw vegan apple pie, and the second one is a raw vegan praline recipe. So let's go straight into it. Let's make this awesome stuff. For the first recipe, you need 1 apple, half a banana, 5 natural dates. These are my favorite. They are, oh my god, so sweet, and they taste like pure caramel. Oh, so good. Then you are going to need cinnamon, and I love cinnamon. I'm actually a cinnamon addict. So I have quite a lot. If you're sensitive to cinnamon, just use less. And then I have a little bit of vanilla bean powder. And then you'll need some mulberries, dried mulberries. I used from Coro. This is not sponsored at all. I just love it. And that's why I recommend it. You can order it in the internet from Coro. And we will need 1 handful or so. And the other 2 ingredients, the last 2 ingredients, are totally optional. You don't need it. It's still tasty without. So this is maca powder, and the last one is lucuma powder. I just add 1 teaspoon each, and yes, it brings it to another level, but it's totally optional. So we start with making our date base. So we need a high-speed blender, like a Vitamix, and all you're going to do is to add 4 dates into your blender. Yes, only 4, because we need another one for the apple base. So I already put out the pits. This is really important to don't ruin your blender. And 1 is left. Then we will use 1 handful of mulberries, or actually a little bit more, 1.5 handful. And this is all you need for the base. I'm going to process it, so see you soon. So there we go. We have the dough, and you can use any glass jar of choice. I have a wag glass, and I'm going to put the dough into it. It's really sticky, but oh my god, it smells already so good. Like, oh my god, the mulberries and the dates, the combination is so good. Just put 1 layer here. You can actually put it down with your fingers. A little bit more. So, and we are going to need the leftover for later, because we create some layers here. But as a next step, we have to prepare our apple pie. So I'm going to store the leftover dough here. You don't have to clean your Vitamix. We just put the apple in and it's all fine. So 1 apple, and I recommend to use a really sweet and big one. Just cut it roughly. And if you have access to really old apple varieties like Boskop, then this is also a great option to use in this recipe. So, and now I'm going to add the spices, cinnamon and vanilla bean powder, and also the last date, without the pit, of course, again, very important. And then we have half of a banana, and I'm actually not using the whole banana because it would be too creamy, and we want to have a texture like a crumble, apple crumble, if this makes sense. So only half a banana, and that's it. I'm going to mix it and see you soon. You know what, guys? I actually forgot the best thing, the maca powder and the curcumin powder. My dear, where's my head? So, as I told you, I'm going to use only 1 teaspoon each. And this brings another caramel flavor and makes it even sweeter, and yes, but not crucial. Without it, still so delicious. So once again, I blend it. Ready! Oh my god, the smell! It smells like cake, caramel, cinnamon, vanilla bean, apple pie. Out of this world. And the texture is like a crumble, apple crumble, I don't know. Oh my god, it's so delicious. It smells, my whole kitchen smells like heaven. And of course, you just put it into your glass jar. Ta-da! And if you want to prepare this recipe, maybe if you have guests or for the next day, you can also put a little bit of lemon juice into the apple base, and then it will not get brown or something like this, and it will stay fresh all the time. But I'm going to eat it really, really soon, so I don't need lemon. Just put the apple in here. And this is actually for 1 person. But if you want to prepare more, just feel free to do so. So you can actually prepare more different glass jars. And so all the apples go in here. It's funny that a whole apple fits into this jar. And then you can top it with your leftover dough. So we're going to make some crumbles here. Just sprinkle it on top. Oh my god, looks so good, smells so good, tastes so good. And then for the final touch, we're going to use some more mulberries because we live in abundance. Just be generous and sprinkle it on top, and that's it. It's really simple and it's absolutely delicious, I tell you. Maybe not the prettiest, but so good. You have to try it. If you don't try it, you really miss out on something. It's my favorite dessert so far. Yes, and it's really so quick to make and super nutritious, super delicious, like always, and raw and vegan, so it's awesome. I just want to show it a little bit better, maybe, if it's possible. Mulberry creation, dates, apples, cinnamon. Tasty. So I'm ready with this one. So we have one last recipe left, and this is going to be the pralines. So I clean my kitchen and I'm back very soon. Okay, let's make the second delicious dessert recipe. These are my raw vegan pralines, and they are super delicious as well. So all you need, and you have to prepare it in advance, you have to dehydrate 3 bananas. I just put them as they are into my dehydrator, and this way they become really soft and they get a really nice texture. As you can see, they are not like regular bananas. They are moist and still, yes, some squishy texture is going to happen here. So we need this, and just put it into the Vitamix again. 3 bananas in total, 3 slightly dehydrated bananas. Already the smell is, I love it. The next thing you're going to need is coconut flour, and I prepared already 2 tablespoons. Goes in. Then you need 1 cup of raisins, or 1 handful raisins go in. Then again, some spices. I'm going heavy with the cinnamon today. If you are not a cinnamon lover, or if you don't want to eat too much cinnamon, if it's too strong for you, then you can leave it out or just put a little bit into it. I actually use quite a lot because I love cinnamon. And vanilla bean powder. Also added some vanilla bean powder in here. And then finally you're going to need some cashew nuts, and I'm just going to use maybe a small amount and another hand, and this is enough for the whole recipe. We don't want it to be a high fat recipe. It's still a fair amount of fat, I would say, but since we're going to form little balls out of this dough in the end, each bowl will have a fair amount of fat. I would say not too much fat, but if you eat it as a treat once in a while, it's totally fine. And then after I'm ready with the dough, I have prepared some carob powder. You can also use regular cacao powder and some walnuts for decoration. So blend this bad boy up. So ready with the dough, and there are still some chunks in there, as you can see, and I prefer it this way. If you want to have it completely smooth, you can just mix it a bit longer. So my dough will have some chunks in there, so some raisin chunks and some cashew chunks. And now you have to form little balls. You can choose the size, you can make small or big bowls. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put it into your carob powder. Make sure to cover it all with carob powder. And these are my little pralines. So we put it onto a plate, and for the final touch we are going to add a walnut to each one on top. I'm going to form the rest of my balls and then I show you the final result. So my second dessert is ready. My raw vegan pralines are super beautiful and totally delicious. The wine, let's see if you can see it. It's so delicious. I tell you, these guys are actually worth making it. And it's not that complicated. It's almost as easy as the first recipe, and I would say even more delicious. And you can also eat it in combination, like an apple pie with one of these pralines on top. It's so good, and I definitely recommend to test this recipe out because it's life-changing. So I hope you liked this video, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know in the comments below if you're going to try these two dessert recipes. And then I see you in my next video. So much love and peace out. Bye guys.